What's up, guys? Just getting on the social media here to just talk about things in my head after Italy was eliminated from the World Cup. If you like it, subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, and follow me on Instagram. And also comment on what you think, if you agree or disagree. So a lot of stuff I've been hearing, and reading out there that, from Italian people and non-Italian is, I'll start with the non-Italians, the people that are not fans of Italy. Basically they're, it's hilarious to them that Italy didn't make the World Cup for the second straight time. And, they're stating that, Italy is in such a football crisis, and, the football in Italy and the Italian international team is in such a crisis. And I just laugh when I hear that. These people are negative people, and they want to see that Italian soccer is dead. That's what they want. And whatever they could do to make it negative, that's what they want. Because in my opinion, they're just haters. Italian soccer through history has been one of the strongest soccer brands. You cannot deny 4 World Cup champions, 2 Euro Cup champions. For our club teams, we have countless Euro and Club World Cup championships. Currently, if you look at our club teams, I know they haven't been doing good in Europe as of late, but if you look at the UEFA standings, Italy is number 3. So, which in my opinion is not all that bad. Obviously we want to be, at the top, but, that's kind of hard when you have teams like Chelsea in the English Premier League and Manchester City and Newcastle and Manchester United. These teams just have endless amount of money. They could buy, 2, 3, 4 teams. So if they get an injury, they just put the next player in, which is an equal, probably equal talent wise. So, naturally, if you have a lot more players of the same skill range, then you could kind of like, you could get around having injuries. But, in Italy, they don't have as much money to just throw around on players that are not even good. Like, for example, Chelsea, they spent 100 million euros on Lukaku over here. Well, let me ask you this, Chelsea fans. Why is your owner selling the club? Does he got some kind of dirty baggage? So has he been funding his team, who has been spending a ridiculous amount of money with some kind of dirty money or baggage? That's what I'd like to know. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. The Italian national team, or the Italian club soccer, is currently third, behind Spain and England. Spain, they're a good soccer nation internationally in the club. So this notion that haters, or people that want to see Italian football dead, saying that Italian soccer has major issues is just pure nonsense. The Italian national team, they just won the Euro 2020. And I hear people saying that it was a fluke or it was a lucky. That's nonsense. You cannot win a Euro Cup on a fluke. Okay? Italy went into that tournament. They played positive soccer, football, and went out there and got the job done. And that there's nothing to it. They were the best team in the tournament. They beat everybody. They did not have an easy road to the final like England. They did not play all their games at home like England. They they went and they played who they needed to play. They had a tough group with Turkey, Switzerland, and Wales. Those are tough teams, two of which are in the World Cup. In Turkey, they almost beat Portugal. So if they were going to tie them up in their game this past Thursday, but they missed a penalty kick. But so they played those three teams. They beat them all. They played Austria. They played Belgium, the number one team in the world. They played Spain, beat them. They beat England in their house. So this was not a fluke. The Italian national team is a world-class team. Okay, for you guys that just want to talk smack about, for people that are not Italian fans, they want to talk smack. Yeah, Italy should not have lost to North Macedonia, but you got to give credit to North Macedonia. They had a defensive plan, and they sat back there and looked for one opportunity, a fluke opportunity, and they got a goal, and you got to credit them for that. That the ball is round in soccer. If you don't take your chances, you're made to pay. All right? And the Italian national team, they should not even have been in that position. So I blame, like I said, I don't want to blame anybody, but, we should not even have been in that situation. There were some, mistakes made by the coaching staff, decisions on penalty kick takers and people that are playing striker, and this is what ends up. All right? Nobody's talking about the fact that the Italian national team, when they played against North Macedonia, not that they need these players, but their whole back line is injured. Spinazzola, he's been injured since the Belgium game in the Euro World Cup. He was arguably the man of the tournament in the Euro 2020. Bonucci, Chiellini, they didn't play. Chiellini came in for like 5 minutes at the end because our central defender got hurt. And Di Lorenzo, he didn't play. A way that Mancini, his system works, is he likes fast wingbacks, the fastest wingbacks. And Di Lorenzo and Spinazzola, they're attacking fast wingbacks. Not that Emerson and Florenzi can't do a good job, but they're just those two. They're starters for a reason. So the whole Italian back line was decimated, and also on top of that, one of our fastest attackers, Chiesa, was not in the game. He had an ACL tour against when they played Roma a couple weeks back. What's his name? The guy from England over there, Smalling. He went into a tough tackle with him, and he hurt his ACL. So, you guys these people that are talking all this smack, they need to get the facts straight. Italy did not win the Euro Cup on luck, and we should be qualifying for the World Cup, but the coaching staff, they made some poor decisions, and it cost us. We should not even have been in the playoff. And 5 of our players that are usually starters are injured. So there's only 11 players on the field at a time. 10 field players, 1 goalie. So that's half of the starting field lineup. And anybody knows anything about football knows that the players, they need to gel together and they need to have experience playing, which the Italian team hasn't been playing with these players that were selected. There was a lot of newer players that they don't have that much experience, but these are not excuses. So anyways, we'll sit out in the World Cup. People are very happy that are not Italian fans because they don't want to deal with the Italian national team that's fully fit. They don't want to deal with it. They're happy. They're out of the World Cup. So that's one less major power to deal with. So, I just wanted to come on here and talk about all these people that are not Italian fans or not Italian and clarify them with the facts, because that's what we do on Campionato TV. We're telling you the facts. Is there things that the Italian national team could do better? The Italian Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio can do better? Yeah, there is. I like to see the Italian, I love the way that the Italian team plays. They played great against Macedonia, but like everybody's been saying, we didn't have in this game a player with experience to finish the ball. Immobile, it wasn't happening for him, and I don't think he should play for the national team again. There's younger striking, attacking prospects, but they don't have the experience. So, I could understand Mancini making this decision, because if they lose the game and they don't play Immobile and these guys that have more experience, then the media is going to say you lost the game because you put players in there that don't have experience. So, anyways, there's things they could do better. I like to see, the Italian national team be more of a team that, if you watch them play, a lot of times when they play in the game and the team that they're playing against is playing the ball to the back, they will get in their positions and not, track that player down that got the ball in the back. I have to believe that is because Mancini or the coaching staff, they don't want to put all this effort into getting the ball back, and they believe that staying in their positions will force the other team to cough the ball up anyways. So I would like to see them be more, when the team is playing the ball to the back, have your striker, have your attackers track that guy down immediately, get the ball, and see see if you can score. Because I think if you watch Italian team play, and Italian teams play a lot of times when the team is playing out of the back, they're playing against, they will allow them some space, because I believe they believe that if they get back in their position and they're marking their men, the guys in the back are not going to have anybody to pass the ball to, and they're going to cough it up. And also, I believe that the coaching staff think that if they are doing this all-out pressing to try to get the ball back, that they may leave somebody open, and which will lead to a counterattack, which we all know that's what Macedonia was trying to do. They wanted to play defense. They wanted to congest the narrow part of the field, and and then try to find the counterattack or a lucky goal, which they did. The same thing happened with Juventus and Villarreal. I would like to see the Italian team do more pressing, and we need to get our younger attackers experience, and get them into the national team, like Scamacca, Raspadori. These guys are fantastic talents. We need to get these guys in there, and I'm sure there's many more in the pipeline. So I'm not saying the Italian national team doesn't need to do anything better. There's a lot of things you could do better, and I'm sure they're going to talk about it. And the Italian team will be back, and they'll be back with a vengeance. So that's my couple 2 cents with these people that are talking all this nonsense about the Euro being a fluke and all this other stuff. And that Italian, they're saying Italian soccer is broken, or there's a lot of issues. Regarding the club teams and developing, more players for the Italian national team, some things I think, and I could be, wrong, but some things that I think that is hindering the Italian game is that, our club teams, they need to, with the help of the local officials and government, they need to get more modernized stadiums, which will, in result, give them more money. And to do, obviously, if you have more money, you're able to, that's not going to hurt your team to have more money. The Italian game needs to be promoted better throughout the world, to entice people to come, and watch the game. So I think new stadiums is needed for these teams. I know a lot of them are in the pipeline, but it never seems like any of them come to fruition. The only one in the past 20 years that I've seen from a major team is Juventus. Inter and AC Milan, I know they have, things in the work. Napoli, they got an old stadium. They need a new stadium. Roma, I mean, they just had the Euro Cup there, so it's probably sufficient. But some of these other teams, I know Atalanta, they got a new stadium. So we need new stadiums for our club teams so that they could be more financially stable. Number 2 is that the Italian Soccer Federation, they need to, get all the top people in the sport in Italy together, and they need to talk about, changes they need to make to the style of play in Italian soccer so that they could be more positive. No, not more positive, have more positive results. As you guys know, we're out of the Champions League. We haven't been successful. We haven't won it since 2011 or 2010. And so I feel like coming from the top, that these teams, the Italian Soccer Federation needs to meet with all the top people in the Serie A and in Italian soccer, and have meetings about how our style of soccer could change to be to meet the needs of the modern game, and to be more successful in the club level and international level. And then also there needs to be an emphasis on giving, the Italian player more opportunities to play on the club teams. Italians have been the best soccer players, some of the best soccer players, footballers ever in the history. I mean, you're talking about, Paolo Rossi. You're talking about Donadoni, Baresi, Roberto Baggio, Paolo Maldini, Alessandro Nesta, Alessandro Costacurta, Cannavaro, Pirlo. Just the list goes on and on of world-class footballers. If you look at these other nations in the world, nobody, none of them, or maybe there's a couple, have, this many world-class players. So we need to give the Italian players the opportunity to play and to develop. And I don't know how that's to be done with the club teams, but that I think that needs to be brought up as well and talked about. So I wanted to come on and talk about this, all this negativity against the Italian team. Yeah, it shouldn't happen that we did not make the World Cup, but we'll be back, and I want to, and we'll be back. And I just wanted to clarify some things and talk about what I think needs to happen so that, we could get back to the top, which we're not too far off. We just won the Euro Cup, which arguably is a tougher tournament than the FIFA World Cup. All right. Subscribe if you like my channel. Have a good day. Bye.